Alright, what's up guys? Frank here with another video, and today I wanted to make a video to share with you my pricing strategy and my upload strategy for Amazon merch. Okay, so before I start, I just want to point out that currently I'm in the tier 10,000 and I will probably level up to the tier 20,000 and maybe in a few weeks or something. And so if your tier is currently lower or higher, then the strategy that you might be using could be different. Okay, and so for example, if you're in the lower tier, your main goal should be to make sales so that you level up tier. And so currently right now I'm in the tier 10,000 and I'm currently comfortable with the money that I'm making. And so I just wanted to point that out. Okay, so let's go right in. So here I have Amazon merch. Okay, and so usually what I do want to upload, I usually upload two designs in the same time, because when I create my designs, I usually try to have a black version that I can put on a white t-shirt, and also have a black version that I put on a white t-shirt. And so because I do these things, I usually open two tabs here to create my Amazon merch listings. Okay, and here I'm using the plugin which is called Productor for Amazon Merch, and it's an amazing add-on, an amazing extensions that is completely free. And so if you're not using this extension, I highly recommend it, because I'll be using it for my uploads. Okay, and so now I have two Amazon merch creation listings. Okay, and what I do is that there's an amazing feature with Microsoft Edge. Okay, I'm using the browser Microsoft Edge, and there's a feature that is called split screen. And so what I do is that I basically like make sure that I have two windows like this, because again I'm uploading the same designs but on different color two times, so I like having it on the same screen. Okay, and so currently I basically have my designs here. I basically put them both in so that both are there. Okay, so right now I have the black version of the designs on the left, and I have the white version uh, of the designs on the right. Okay, and so basically I use two Productor templates for my upload. Okay, and so basically I have a dark template and I have a light template. Okay, and my template, what they are is basically I enable all the products with the default prices except the standard t-shirt. Okay, I have the default prices everywhere on these templates, and I'm also selecting the colors. For example, on the dark template, I selected all the dark colors for all the products, and on the light template, I selected all the light colors for all the products. Okay, and so that's basically what it is. It's all the default prices, it's all the right colors, and the only difference is that only changed the standard t-shirt price for the US. Okay, so I'll just show you. Okay, so for example, right here I have the dark t-shirt, I have the dark design, and so what I want is that I want to apply the light template to the dark design. Okay, and so then I simply select my light template and then I apply it. And for my white design, what I do is that I select my dark template and then I simply apply it. And basically what it does right now is that it applies all the prices and all the colors automatically. And so I don't have to do anything. Okay, so I simply configure the template first, and now it does everything by itself. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to do everything. Okay, so on the left, as you can see, it's done. Okay, and so what it did right now is that it basically applied all the products with all the right colors. Okay, the light colors, I just selected all the white colors and the light colors, and as you can see right here, it's all white. And so that's basically what it did. And on the right is about to finish here, and as you can see, like it selected all the darker color, and it also applied all the prices for all the products. Okay, and so now that this have been done, I just simply make sure that all my products are properly, that my designs are properly on the products. And so basically I just do a few things manually. Usually I change a little bit the pop socket, and I might change the pillow sometimes, and both are seem fine right now. Sometimes I also change the tote bag. Okay, so that's pretty much what I do. And again, my strategy for Amazon merch is that I basically put all the default prices everywhere. And the only thing that I change is the price for the standard t-shirt for the US market, okay? And so what I do is that I set my price to $14.99, okay, as my starting price. And the moment I make a sale, I basically increase the price to $19.99, okay? And so that's basically much all that I do related to my prices, okay? And so I feel confident with the money that I make. And so right now, I don't want to manage too much because, you can have all kinds of pricing strategy and all kinds of little mimics and gimmicks that you can do, but I try to keep it simple. I like when things are simple, and I keep my pricing strategy quite simple. And my pricing strategy is okay, the first sale that I'm going to make will be $14.99, and the moment I make my first sale, I increase the price to $19.99, and that's basically my pricing strategy. Okay, but again, as I said before, I'm currently in the tier 10,000. So if you're in a different tier, or maybe in the lower tier or in a higher tier, your pricing strategy might be different. But this is the pricing strategy that I use, and I feel uncomfortable with it, and it's quite simple for me, and so it's easy to apply it. Okay, and basically everything else is the default prices with Amazon merch. Okay, and so then all my prices and all my colors are currently correct. They're correct right now. And so the next thing that I do is that I select that I want to translate my product using Amazon translation. And the cool thing about Amazon translation is that you don't have to check the trademarks, okay? And you don't have to check the trademarks, because if you provide your own description and your own titles and all these things, you have to check your trademarks and you have to make sure that it doesn't infringe anything. But the cool thing with Amazon translation is that you don't have to deal with that, okay? And so Amazon is basically taking care of everything related to translation. So your listings are able to go onto different marketplaces in the world. Okay, and so I basically only enter my English description. And a cool thing about the translation is that if the Amazon translation basically translate my English to some other language and there is an infringement or a copyright related to the translation, my design might get rejected because of that translation, but Amazon does not penalize you for that. And so if you get a rejection from the translation, from the Amazon translation, only if it's translated by Amazon. Okay, if you provide your own translation, then that might endanger your account. But if it's Amazon that translates your listing and your description, then yes, you might get a rejection, but it's not dangerous for your account. And so because of that, I basically go with the Amazon's translation, okay? And so every time that I can say that, I say that from experience, and because every time that I get a translation, I contact the Amazon merge support to know what my mistake was, and I try to understand why I got the rejection. And usually they tell you. I mean, they and when you contact the Amazon support, they give you a basic like short reply, but it's usually enough to know the thing that you've done or whatever. But it happened to me in the past that one of the translation that I used that was from Amazon actually, and I contacted the customer service for Amazon, and they told me that my account was safe, and because it's Amazon's translation, it didn't create any problem with my account, and so even if I got a rejection, it's not a problem. It's not a problem with my account. Okay, so that's a great thing to know, and that's why I use the Amazon translation. And so for my description here, what I do is that I use Flying Upload. Okay, I use Flying Upload, and I already set my titles and my description and some of my keywords. Okay, and I usually use AI and ChatGPT to do these things. Okay, and so what I do is I basically first of all I copy the title into the listing, and then I basically get two description from ChatGPT and AI, and I simply copy paste these things a little bit everywhere. Okay, and so I use the first bullet point, and I also put a description, a bullet point into the product description, and I basically do the same thing for both listings. And then the second bullet, what I do is that I put the second bullet into the second description, and also copy paste other description into the product description. And so the product description is actually a concatenation of both bullet points, if that makes sense. Okay. And for me, I just think it's simpler to just do that. And so in my product description, I find both my bullet points. Okay. And so for my titles right now, what I'm going to do is that now I have the title that I use, I have the text that I use in my design. So in my design, it says keep calm and wait for Santa. And I basically put that text in my title. And then what I do is that I basically set a few keywords just to fill out the title and fill out the brand. Okay, and so right now what I might do is that since this is a Christmas design, I might do Christmas holiday, Christmas festive holiday. I just use some of my keywords that I have here. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put Santa Claus festive Christmas holiday. Okay, so what I do right now is that I basically remove a few words from my brand so that it enters properly. And so right now I just put keep calm and wait for Santa Claus Christmas. Okay, and so now that's would be pretty much what I do here. And the last thing that I do before uploading and publishing these designs, I just want to make sure that all the trademarks are fine. Okay, because when I created my designs, I checked the trademarks and all of these things. But before publishing my designs, I just want to make sure that all the trademarks are fine, because you never know. I just prefer double checking my trademarks so that I don't have any problems. Okay. And as you can see right now, I have a bunch of yellow words or whatever. And usually, yellow words, it's just some sort of warnings, so I'm not worried too much about that. And anything related to the trademarks here, you kind of have to use your own common sense, okay? Because here you can see that all these yellow words are kind of warnings and they have trademarks, okay? Because as you can see here, calm has a as a trademark, but you kind of have to use your own common sense here, okay? I mean, calm. I can use this word. You don't go crazy about it. I mean, if I saw, for example, Disney, if for example I wrote Disney, this is a big trademark, okay, and Disney is trademarked, okay, even though it might appear as a yellow word, you have to know, you have to use your common sense. Disney is the name of a company, and you cannot use this word, okay? But if you're if you're using basic words, you have to use your common sense, okay? And so basically, I checked the trademarks for the U.S. and I checked the trademark for the EM, the European markets, and as you can see, I think it's pretty good, okay? And so once I've done all these things, I just basically publish my designs, both of my designs, and that's basically what I would do. And I'm choosing to upload my designs quite manually like that because I want to make sure that my products are properly on the designs, and I want to make sure that all my designs are, and all my listings and all my products are to my liking. And it's also a way for me to check all the trademarks, so to make sure that nothing infringe. Like, just want to make sure that my designs and that my listings does not infringe anything. And it's just a way for me to double check everything, to double check that everything is fine, everything has the right properties, everything has the right prices, and that I don't infringe any trademark, okay? And yes, you could use some sort of automation like flying upload to, upload everything automatically. But what I found is that when you use automation, you tend to forget about trademarks and you just want to go fast and whatever, and then you might miss some sort of little things. And I just want to make sure that all my products are fine and all my trademarks are fine. And it's just that works for me. And with the productor with the productor extension, I just find that it's easy to just create a template, and like productor removes all the redundancy related to the products and all the prices and all these things, so that I can just focus on the titles and the description and the trademark. Okay, and so that's it for this video. I hope that this video was helpful to you, and let me know if you have any question. Okay, peace.